guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So before we get started with today's video, I want to say a huge thank you to one of my favorites, Surfshark, for sponsoring today's video. So Surfshark is a VPN, and in case you don't know what that stands for, it means Virtual Private Network. A VPN can help you keep your personal data safe if you're ever on public Wi-Fi. So for example, if you're working at a cafe, or maybe you are working on the train while on the go, or you're playing a game on your phone or something like that. And by extension, it can also protect you from identity theft. What I personally use it for the most is to unlock Netflix content in other countries, because I've basically gone through all the Danish content by now. So right now I'm working through US Netflix, mainly focusing on Criminal Minds. No, I'm still not through all the seasons. There's a lot of them. And after that, I think I'll move on to the UK Netflix. After that, who knows? I have many locations to choose from. But I've also begun using it a lot on YouTube, because a lot of music videos and also performance videos are now blocked in Denmark. So I get access to all those videos still by changing my location. And I've heard it also works with Disney Plus, by the way. Surfshark is available on computer, but also for your phone. So if you have iOS or Android, you can get an app for your phone where you can change your location as well. Plus it's also available on PS4 and Xbox. They have 24/7 live customer support and a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you use my code Aveline, you can get 83% off plus an extra 3 months for free. I can highly recommend it if you're looking for a VPN service. I find it very reliable. I use it almost every day. But also if you're just looking to get more content, for example on Netflix to consume, I find it very useful. So thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get on to the rest of it. So today we are decorating an apartment in Spice District of Myshuno, and this one is for a single mom and also, what is it, a teen, 2 kids, a toddler, and also a baby. So it's for 6 Sims total. The bed is kind of pushed up against, not a wall, but you'll see that once we get to the mom's bedroom. So there is only room for, unless the scoot over trick works for you, which it doesn't for me, but if it works for you, great. Then you can have 2 Sims sleeping in the double bed, but if it doesn't, there's only room for 1 sim in the double bed in the big bedroom, so that's why it's for a single parent. This video is up a little bit late because I majorly overslept today. I was supposed to have been up at like 11, and I feel like my body was just like, stop, you need this, and just refused to wake up from my alarm, and I slept until 2, so I have no idea how I'm gonna sleep tonight, but I'll see once I get to that point. So yeah, that was, I feel like I just needed it, to be honest. I don't know, you may have heard this, why is this even interesting to any of you, but just to talk about it anyways. I always sleep with an alarm on, which I know is not necessarily healthy, but I feel like if I don't, I'll just continue sleeping. So even if I go to bed at like 4, I'll always have the alarm between like 10:30 and 11 at least. And if I go to bed earlier, I'll still have it at the same time, but yeah, unless I go to bed like 12, then I'll set it earlier, of course, but no later than 10:30 to 11. So yeah, my sleeping schedule is a bit messed up, and you should definitely sleep more than I do. And if you don't, you should try to sleep more than I do, because otherwise one day you'll just sleep in, like you'll just continue sleeping until it's 2 p.m. So yeah, but anyways, let's not talk too much about sleep. In case you didn't watch yesterday's video, I did a tiny house, but I did quickly touch on why I might sound a little bit different today, yesterday, and also this upcoming week. I still have stitches in my mouth. They're not being removed until the week after this upcoming week. So just to take care of them and not risk anything, I'm just gonna talk a little bit more calmly than usual, and also try to not smile too much, because it actually kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of tightens my cheek when I smile because of the stitches. So I just want to make sure nothing happens, and therefore I might sound a little bit different than I usually do, just in case you're wondering. So yeah, so this apartment I went for, because now I've gone for sort of darker color schemes the last couple of builds, so I wanted to go for something that was almost very pastel-like, because I like to go for those kinds of color schemes sometimes. They're very cute, and I like that vibe. I like a lot of different vibes when it comes to The Sims, or just when it comes to interiors in The Sims, to be honest. I just like a lot of different color schemes and a lot of different interior styles and vibes and stuff, but today I wanted to go for something a little bit brighter, something a little bit more pastel-like, but not overly pastel, because I feel like I've gone for that mainly for like teen interiors or teen mom interiors, teen dad interiors. I'll sometimes go like full-on pastel, and I feel like that might have been a little bit too much for the theme of this apartment, so instead we're making a little bit more of a mature version of that sort of color scheme. Does that make sense? It's still pastel, but it's not like all like full on mint and pink and that sort of thing. You know, you've probably seen me do an interior with that sort of color scheme before. I've done that sort of color scheme many times before because I actually really love it. I think it's so cute in The Sims, but I just wanted to go for something a little bit more mature today, so we're not using a whole lot of pink other than a couple of accents here and there, such as the curtains that I don't really know if I should call curtains here in the kitchen, the painting. Actually, the mom's bed sheets are pink, but that's because the walls are mint and I didn't want to change the colors of the walls, and I don't know, I felt like the pink bed sheets just went a little bit better with the wallpaper color instead of the blue swatch. You'll see that once we get to the bedroom as well. Anyways, so yeah, just color scheme wise, pastels, but more kind of like a mature kind of pastel color scheme. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but that's what I was trying to go for. If you have any ideas of like what the mom could be working as, please let me know in the comments section. I kind of feel like she could easily be like a teacher or something, or I don't know, something like that. Actually, I think that would be kind of cute, but let me know what you think. The thing is, she doesn't have, unless I put a laptop on the bar counters, is that what you call them, the island counters in the kitchen, she doesn't actually have like a place where she can sit down and prepare for the next day's lessons. Like my dad, who used to be a teacher, he used to do that like almost every day. He would just sit there for hours and hours and prepare. Teachers work a lot, by the way. At least they do here in Denmark. I don't know how teachers work in the other countries in the world, but here in Denmark there's a lot of preparation included. So they also get paid for that, by the way, but there's still a lot of preparation you have to do from home. So he would sit there and work for hours and hours every day. So I feel like if you're a teacher, you need to have either like a home office or at least somewhere with a computer where you can sit and prepare, and she doesn't have that, but you could easily place down a laptop in the kitchen. There is the island counters, so there's room for that, and you can just move it around in the Sims inventory if needed. And then of course, you know, books and stuff. My dad used to have a lot of books. She does have a bookcase here in the bedroom where I also placed, I cannot speak today, where I also placed, it's like because I have to move my mouth differently from usual. I feel like sometimes some letters just kind of get lost when I try to pronounce words, but just bear with me. It's the way it is for the next week or so, and we'll get through this anyways. So yeah, I also placed a crib in here for a baby. So technically, because you know, babies are not babies for very long in The Sims, so if you'd rather make sure that there is room for the baby once they turn into a toddler, I almost said a kid, but once they turn into a tiny human, then you probably want to have 4 kids in this apartment instead of 5, because otherwise, you know, you're suddenly stuck with 2 tiny humans, but only 1 bed for one. So anyways, just wanted to point that out. Also, I did make sure that they had room for a cat, and I just really loved the idea of the cat bed being in the toddler bedroom, because I felt like it would be so cute if the cat was like sleeping next to the tiny human and like watching over them overnight or something. I don't know, I really love the idea of that, so I decided to place it in there, even though I know it's a little weird, but I don't know, I felt like it was really cute. I remember when I was younger, we had first a dog, and then we had we had rabbits before that. I don't know why I just called rabbits cats. Whatever. But we had rabbits first, and then later on we got a dog, and my brother and I were obsessed with our dog. We wanted our dog, because we were sharing a bedroom at that point, and we wanted our dog to sleep in our bedroom all the time. We never got to it because it was a he first. First we had a male dog, not for very long, because unfortunately he was in an accident and didn't survive. Rest in peace, my little fella. But we were so obsessed with our dog and really wanted him to sleep in our bedroom. And then later on, we got a female dog who stayed with us for a very, very long time, luckily. But we also wanted her to sleep in our bedroom. And even as I grew up into a teenager, I still really wanted her to sleep in my bedroom now and then. She never wanted to. Like, I would let her sleep in the bed next to me if she just wanted to, but she never did. She was such a cutie though, so I don't know. I feel like it's just very cute when the pets sleep next to the kids or something. So, and this is the kids' bedroom. So they are twins, or one is almost a teen and the other one just turned into a kid. It's kind of like weird because you grow a lot as a kid. Like you go from, I don't know, when do you turn into a kid in The Sims? Like when, I don't know, when you're 4 or something, and then technically you're a kid until you're 13, at least in my mind, because as a teenager you're 13 to, well, I suppose 19, because it says 19. So there's just a big difference between 4 and 13. So it's kind of like, I don't know, there's a stage missing there. There's a lot of stages missing in The Sims, but like it's also limited because then they'd have to add more animations and stuff because, you know, different heights, and it's a whole issue, so I understand why it's like that, but still, there's a big difference between being like 4 or 5 to 13. You grow a lot. Like I was always a tall kid, but I've been this tall. I'm 5'11". I've been this tall since I was 13. I was definitely not 5'11" when I was 4. I'll say that. So, but I feel like they could be twins, possibly. And then in here we have the teens' bedroom. Now the teens' bedroom is right next to the living room, but it's the one that fit the whole size of the bed the best. And I also think it's good for the teen that they're a little bit further away from the rest of the kids, because teens do get like, I feel like at some point they do get to a point where they don't really want to hang with their siblings too much. At least for some teenagers it's like that when they have younger siblings. At least I know that for my sisters and also for myself, because I have a younger brother. So maybe it's just good for them to just have a little bit more privacy, so their bedroom is away from the rest of the families. But anyways, that is about it. That's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you like this apartment. If you do, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Thank you to Surfshark again for sponsoring today's video. And also the pre-roll there was actually recorded last week. So I wish I looked like that right now, but unfortunately I look a little bit like a hamster. My left cheek is kind of swollen, or left jaw cheek, whatever, that area is kind of swollen. So, but we'll get back to normal soon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.